All right, I'm back over here working on 74. Fire it up, back right in here, no problem. My valve stem seals is bad. So I got some new ones. And I'm gonna go through here and change out the valve stem seals. It sucks doing this, but it's what it is. I gotta do it. Take them loose and put the new ones in. So, what's happening? Well, everything's back together. Valve stem seals swapped out. We'll see what that does. Kerry's been building this door up over here. That whole thing was rotted out. He built all that.
Here you go.
Yeah, there it is. From that, the nice metal. He did the other one over here. This sucker is fantastic. It was terrible. It looks like a brand new door from there down.
Yeah.
That's because it is. Built the whole bottom side and everything.
Rode him a lot of him outside.
Yeah. Awesome.
Kerry's recipe gone really works.
Kerry's recipe gone. Cut it out, replace it with good stuff.
Yeah, you can't. It's hard to tell even where I put that.
No.
It's right there.
Yeah, I know it come up to at least that far.
Yeah, the other one I won't have to go.
There's his dash he's been painting. All rattle canned.
Yeah, it's just got a little orange peel in it, but it'll be alright.
That's right. I think it looks good.
Only part of the truck I want to look good.
Still got the turbo and all that stuff on it still.
Yeah. We got the important part.
Yeah, the turbo.
Got a little horsepower.
Yeah, turbo and a shiny dash.
Getting the rust knocked out of it. That's important stuff.
Yeah. Been over here at Kerry Fox's and Kerry got the itch to fire the Spitfire up. It ain't run in a year. We just checked for any gas leaks and everything else, and got to grab a screwdriver to mess the carburetor. This car's only been in the track, what, twice? Or that one?
Well, we took it to Greer, and the carburetor was a little bit big. And put a smaller carburetor on it and took it to Shady Side.
691 is the fastest it's been. It's got more in it than that.
Oh, it would.
For
It
sure.
would go a lot faster than that, especially if it had a driver in it that hadn't never that had raced before.
I guess lean in there and
Let's see what it does.
fire up, boy. Hold on a second. All right, try again. Yeah. She should fire right back up.
It sounds good.
Cut it off and check.
Wished it was streetable. Well, it is, but
Legally streetable.
yeah, oh, I got title.
Oh, that's cool.
Not practical at all. I'd have to take the spool out. I don't want to drive this on the street. Trade this car for a Camaro or a Nova.
Yeah, anybody out there got a Camaro or Nova they want to swap?
67 or 8 Camaro or
what year is this?
This is a 68 Triumph Spitfire.
With custom artwork by Justin Wilson.
That's exactly right. That makes it worth a lot more.
It's a one-of creation by Mr. Kerry Fox.
Yeah, I'd like to have a Nova between a 68 and a 72 or a 68 or 67 Camaro.
Even a 74 would do.
Yeah.
No hatchbacks.
I'd trade up roller for roller and keep my motor stuff. I'm just glad it lives.
It lives.
It's been sitting here for probably a little over a year.
Yeah, a year. If the neighbors weren't awake, they are now.
Oh. It's not 10 o'clock yet.
Oh man, I should have clicked the time and see. When it free revs like that without boost, it pulls way too much timing. Backed it out, turned around, got up on a lift. Now I am messing with the tie rod ends. Gonna get the alignment set pretty close. Set it down, measure, get close. And pull that wheel in probably a ½ inch. Should square everything up. But that's what I'm doing. Toy run is going to be December 5th. I believe that's what Dad said. Yeah, December 5th. If you don't have Facebook, I guess you could just keep watching YouTube and we'll give you updates where it's going to be. We're going to meet at the Westridge Shopping Center on Smoky Park Highway Saturday morning on the 5th. We'll probably pull out of there about 10 o'clock, 11 o'clock, I don't know. But that's what's going to happen. Toy run. We bring toys to kids and we make noise doing it and sometimes smoke. So it's always a good time. If the weather stays like this, we'll have a huge turnout like we had before. We've had over 100 plus cars. And it's always awesome. So if the weather stays nice, hopefully we'll have the same kind of turnouts we've had every other year, except bigger. The more, the better. But just get a $10 toy, throw it in your car, bring your hot rod or whatever car you got. If it drives, bring it. But that's what we're gonna do. We go to the Ingalls on Tunnel Road and drop the toys off. Big old hot rod train all the way through town, past everybody, all that. It's cool. If you ain't never seen it before, go on our YouTube on here and go back and you see the toy run. Noise and Toys, as Dad always called it. Go out there, check it out. It's awesome. All kinds of cars, from gassers to turbo cars, to turbo S10s, to tunnel ram Vegas, to, I mean, just everything, all kinds of stuff. Sports cars, Corvettes, we've had it all, and it's awesome. Rat rods, Kerry Fox, and a few other folks. Just as wrong. Got my lines drug, it out. Both sides. Alright, I got everything squared up, and then I towed it in 16th. So right there. Back here. See, right before the 16th. Alright, had to rewire the whole headlight deal, but I got it. Watch it not work this time. Yay! Got my headlights back, finally. At long last. Headlights, and should have tail lights. Yep. Headlights, tail lights. Woo! I am changing coil springs. I got these there for $3.96 to get this thing picked back up again, because them were absolutely shot, car set crooked. So, Kerry, I was over here doing a coil spring swap, and he said put a chain around the jack and it'll keep everything, you'll be able to jack it up without the car moving away from it. By God, if it didn't work, perfect. Kerry Fox is a genius, folks.
Hey, when you do enough of them out in the dirt, you learn.
Yeah, it's perfect. So now we gotta take everything off the other one and do it, but them springs absolutely wore out. These good ones ought to be much better. So, car's taking the other caliper off, the other shock, and the other coil spring. She's gonna do this side. But I did the valve stem seals and all that. Look, no oil. Clean, good, awesome. That's what we wanted. Precisely. Once you got the top part of the shock off, pulling out the bottom, and then the whole shock will slide out of that hole. Alright, so what you're going to want to do is just like I did on the other side. Yes. Of course.
It's like all the way up in there.
And there she goes. There you go, your first coil spring. I halfway expected to pick the car up a lot more than that, but I didn't pick it up a whole lot. Picked it up. It's about 1 inch travel that side, 1 inch travel that. Pretty close. Close enough, and then when I sit down in it, it ought to squirt itself on and back out. But cool. Cool spring swapped. Alright, I am building my wastegate setup. You gotta ignore the radio. This station plays, it's like one of them, plays all kinds of stuff. So it plays some gay stuff too. But anyway, building my wastegate. I'm putting my wastegate on the turbine because we've done this on just about every turbo setup we have, and it works amazing. Instead of running a big 50 millimeter, I'm running a 38 millimeter because it'll be that opening, and I'm gonna take a Dremel and file it sharp. And the reason, like I said, I'm doing a 38 millimeters because when we run a 50 millimeter, we have to run 4 pounds of spring pressure. Like you have to put a 14 psi spring in it with a 50 millimeter to get 10 psi boost, because it relieves so much, it works so well. So I'm restricting that down from the 2-inch to about 1.5, which is from a 50 millimeter to a 38 millimeter. And you can put that right there, go boom boom right to it, and we should be able to control the boost pretty good. That's what I'm doing. And Adam had this billet converter. He said it had a billet something or another, but it's got anti-balloon plates and everything else. Mine feels like it's slipping up high. So he had this one laying on the shelf. He said, throw it in there, see what it does. So I'm gonna throw it in there and see what it does. This come out from behind a 582 big block, and he said it was tight. It flashed to 5 in the big block, but he said it was tight in that, so it ought to be just about perfect for a small block. So throw it in there and see what happens. But I've been waiting on a manual master cylinder, going on 2.5 weeks. Post office just, I don't know what they did with it. They lost it. So still waiting on that. All right, well, there's my hole cut. It's all nice and smoothed out pretty good. Should work fine. All right, there's my wastegate, and there's my plumbing. That should work good. I'll tell you what, transmission jack and lift, that is a way to do this. It's already out, good to go. I should have bought another flex plate while I thought about it and could have swapped it out.
It's not too late.
Yeah, it is. I'm gonna put the converter back in.
I can see that coming.
All right, there's my old 3800. Got the new converter in. One I got from Adam. See what it does. See how she acts. Alright, well, got rid of my brake booster and all that, and my power brake master cylinder converted over to manual. This is a master cylinder off of a 76 Nova. And it bolted right in. I had to make my own little adjustable rod and all that stuff for the pedal. It's all in there. Now I'm going to pick it up and bleed the brakes. And we should have much better braking power now. Alright, I just reached in and fired up with no pump shot or nothing. It's up to temperature. See if it'll do it again. I don't know why it does that kickback. Alright, so the issue that was with my ignition box, and then I didn't have it phased in. See, I put a hole in the top there so you can see exactly where it is in relation to the pole. It needs to be about right there so you get the retard will actually work. So what's been happening is when I turn the ignition for the start retard, it's firing the wrong cylinder because it ain't lined up perfect. So we'll see what this does, and that should be able to fire it up right there. Good. All right, so I got my start retard pulling 6 degrees on start instead of 20. Everything phased in. Temperature's up about 170. Let's see what this does. Come on, please keep working. makes me happy right there.
The sweet spot.
Oh, it's working perfect now. Oh, man.
Right on.
That's great. Timing's locked at 36 degrees. Distributor's locked down, everything's marked, everything's working as it should. The time retard box is pulling 6 degrees. So it's firing off at 30. I'm happy with that. And then above 4,000 it pulls 9 degrees for 9 pounds of boost, which is a little excessive, but whatever. That makes me happy. Carla told me last night when I got to the house, she goes, "There's something silly that you're overlooking. You just need to step back for a minute and think about it." And I got to looking on that MSD forum and all that and found that out about phasing that distributor. And sure enough, that's exactly what it was. I just overlooking something silly. Fires right up, no pump shock, nothing. Just, oh, it's good. Good, good, good.